Hi K6MS and MT20, MT21, I'm Miss Jade. Today I'm going to show you some few example in solving logarithmic equation. So if you're ready with it, we take a look at these 4 questions before we proceed to the next exercise. Okay, so today I'm focused on solving the equation. So we must obtain what is the values of x. So we proceed to the first case, which is all the base are the same. So when all the base are the same, the very important tips we have to do is we must obtain the single logarithms. Okay, so how to obtain the single logarithm? By using the 3 law of logarithms. Okay, let us check out the first question. Okay, so the first question you found that the right hand side is a constant, but the second question you found that the right hand side is a log. So actually we can have a different way in solving it. So the first one is just very simple. We just need to simplify it by using law of logarithm. So the left hand side must only single log and the right hand side still remain the same as a positive 1. And we look at this, the operation is a minus, so obviously inside the bracket you must have a division. So the first function on top and the second function, because it's minus, is at the bottom. Okay, so lastly we just convert into the index form, so you can get the x squared over 2. So we would like to write divided by x. It's become a 3 layers, so we just understand about divided by x is equivalent to multiply 1 over x. So when you're doing the working step, you want to make it short and also more faster, so we can try to observe what is the simplest way we can do. So we try to simplify it. The 2 cross multiply, then you get a 10, and the x power 2 and x power 1, so you get an x. So we can done and get it easily within 1 minute. Okay, so this is the first way. Okay, second way, when we're solving, if the right hand side is not constant number, is still the log with the same base, so we can choose using comparing only. So what's the meaning of comparing? It means these two expressed in single log, and the right hand side just leave it. Okay, in single log, and the right hand side just leave it. Okay, so it will become log. So without any number here is a common log. Okay, so inside with the plus, so it's a multiplication between them. So 2x minus 1, x plus 1. So the right hand side is still remain the same as a log x. So what you have to do right now is doing the comparison. So compare this, because now they have the same function log. Unlike the first question, it's just a constant number 1. And you don't need to change the 1 become log 5 to the base 5, no need. Okay, just straight away convert it into the index form, we can solve it easily. Okay, therefore, in this case, you will obtain a quadratic. Okay, equals to x. So expand it as usual. Okay, so from here, obviously, you will get this is just a 2x squared minus 1 equals to 0. Right? So what did you notice from here is a quadratic without the terms x. So it means from here, obviously, x squared equals to 1 over 2. Okay, so the x here will be equals to square root 1 over 2 or negative square root 1 over 2. So now you have to think logically. Are you sure that these two answers are going to accept it? Okay, obviously the only thing you have to take note is, you look at this. I'm just taking this one, x. So as we know that log, it must be something positive, right? So it means that automatically this one will be rejected. So you get the answer as this. Or maybe you can simplify it. We have learned before, right, how to simplify. This is equals to 1 over square root of 2, because square root of 1 is still 1. And you can multiply with the conjugate. So you get that the answer is square root of 2 over 2. So if you don't want to use the brain to think about how to simplify it, just ask help from Mr. 570, our calculator. So this is a question number 2. I hope that you are clear with it. Okay, so now let us proceed to question number 3 and 4, and let us take a look what's the differences between them. For the question 3, you found that there is a power in the square root function. Okay, square root function, but this one don't have. Question number 4, you have the power is a cube root. But now you take a look. So this one, as we know that the coefficient is positive 1. And this one, the coefficient is also as a negative 1. And for sure, this one, the coefficient is positive 1. So we can straight away express it in a single log. But when it comes to this question number 4, you found that this coefficient is 1 over 3. So no matter how, we need to simplify it, become a power 1 over 3. Okay, so now we take a look at the question number 3 first. Okay, question number 3, the first thing, okay, you have done everything with this. So you just express it in a single logarithms for the left hand side, which is x over square root x plus 3. And the right hand side, you just copy down because the right hand side is not constant number. Okay, then now you do the comparison. Okay, by comparing both sides. Okay, I think this one you are quite okay with it. Okay, by comparing both sides. So we will get that x equals to square root x minus 1. So original, the left hand side with the over square root x plus 3, right? So I move it up, become square root x plus 3. Okay, suppose I have to write here. Okay, but never, since during the comparison, straight away bring it up. Okay, okay, now what do we have to do in order to eliminate the square root function? So the only thing what we have to do is squaring both sides. So after we squaring both sides, you will get this is the x squared. Automatic, this is only x minus 1, x plus 3. So we'll obtain the quadratic. So we need to solve the quadratic. Okay, so this one, this quadratic, if I'm not mistaken, we should obtain x squared plus 2x minus 3. So now you solve it. You found that the left side, right side, the x squared is eliminated. So we get that 2x minus 3 is become a linearity. So end up with the x is only 3 over 2. Okay, so the x 3 over 2, if you substitute here, impossible, you get a log negative or log 0. So it's accepted. By inspection, you can check the answer. Okay, for the question number 4. Question number 4, before we express in the single log, what we need to do is we have to simplify it. Okay, so this one automatic is still the same with the base 2, but for me, I prefer to write it as a 1 over 3 first. Okay, cube root. And the right hand side, it will become log with the base 2. So as we know that 1 over x is a negative index, is equals to x equals to negative 1. Right? So since you bring up the 1 over 3, so 1 over 3 times negative 1, automatically you will get x to the power negative 1 over 3 plus 1. Okay, so now you double check the left side, right side with the single log where the positive gradient, positive 1. Okay, so for sure this one you will move it to the left hand side and become minus. So when you express it in a single log, automatically it will become x to the power 1 over 3 over x to the power negative 1 over 3. And the right hand side, the 1, just leave it. So it will go back to the question 1. Okay, where the left hand side expressed in single log and the right hand side is a constant number. Okay, so now what you need to do is you convert it into the index form. Okay, convert to index form. Okay, so as we know that the left hand side one, it will become x to the power of 1 over 3. So division, so the power will be minus, and then when it's located at the denominator, original is already negative, so it's still minus negative 1 over 3. I hope you're clear with it. And the right hand side automatically will become 2 to the power 1. Okay, 2 to the power 1. Okay, so now we simplify, then this will get x to the power 2 over 3 equals to 2. Okay, the problem here is normally you'll obtain quadratic, you will obtain something like cubic, but now the rational power, the rational index. So how we can make this as a 1? So it's me with taking both sides power 3 over 2. Why power 3 over 2? Because 2 over 3 times 3 over 2, you only can get 1. Kan, you baru boleh potong, make it as a 1. So you get the x power 1 as 2 to the power of 3 over 2. Or maybe you can simplify it as a 2 square root of 2. Okay, you can use a Mr. 570 to get it. Okay, that's all for today.